Everyone in the service industry has a story. Crazy customers, wild orders, and WTF moments. Do you want to start a tab? The podcast here to bring you those tales from behind the bar. My name is Carl. I've been bartending for almost 11 years now. I have some stories to share with the world.
I'm Riley, and I haven't bartended that long, but I have some experience, and I enjoy watching and hearing all of the stories.
It is 8:23 a.m. on a Monday morning, so my voice is very raspy from doing a podcast last night on an episode for someone else, and I've been up since 4 a.m. for some stupid reason.
And bartending all weekend. So I'm going to sound a little raspy. I apologize, but we move forward because our guest requested that we do this at 8 in the morning because he's a busy man. He's a fellow bartender. His name is Gnome. He has a YouTube channel called Gnome's Tavern, and he is located in New Orleans. How are you doing today, Gnome? Hello.
I feel like the madman also because I've been bartending Mardi Gras.
Right.
Craziest bartender.
Yeah, I think you get the A for effort and execution, and I get like the D for execution and effort here in Iowa. So, but like,
in fact, I called you and I was like,
"Oh, go ahead, go ahead."
I called you. I was like, "Yeah, I have a little bit of time on Lundi Gras," and you're like, "What is Lundi Gras?"
Do you know what that was?
No.
Yeah, see, like us in Iowa don't really know. Explain to people,
I mean, I think the only thing that we really get up here as far as Mardi Gras goes is Fat Tuesday.
Right, but no, this is something different. He's saying,
I'm aware. I'm just saying as far as Mardi Gras goes, that's the only information that we have.
Oh, yeah.
So Mardi Gras in New Orleans starts January 6th, and it is a party all the way till Fat Tuesday. And Lundi Gras is like Mardi Gras Eve, where there's a bunch of parties to set up for tomorrow, Fat Tuesday.
Right. Well, lucky you. Have fun. Don't die. But I bet you make some pretty good bank during that time, right?
Yeah, that is funding 3 vacations right now. So.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Is it worth it though?
Yeah, it's pretty fun. You get some crazy people. I have a really funny story. I can't wait to tell you. But you get some crazy people, and our bar is pretty chill, so It's not super bad.
Cool. Yeah, it always makes life a little easier when you work at a little chiller spot than like that just dive bar. Not even a dive bar, but just like a speed bar, like where it's just volume bar. Yeah. So yeah. Are you drinking anything this morning at 8:30 in the morning, or maybe to your boss? Maybe it's not 8:30. Maybe this is 10 o'clock at night when we're recording this.
I'm doing the Peychaud's bitters because I had to keep the New Orleans classic alive.
You know what? We are going to join you in that because we never did a shot of this. Usually we're Angostura bitters shot, but this is for New Orleans and for Fat Tuesdays. Cheers, boys and girls.
Cheers. Oh,
that is so much different.
There's some anise in there.
There's definitely some anise in that bad boy. It's good. It's just different because like I'm so used to Angostura where it just dries out your mouth. It's just so I mean, I'm not saying this isn't complex, but that
I don't think Ango's that complex because it's Christmas spices but dry.
True.
This one was more complex, but
this is like muted absinthe.
Yeah,
right.
That's exactly what that is.
All right, and then we're also drinking some actual coffee with some Mr. Black and a little bit of cream in it, just to say why not? Because I think after this we're going to film a Mr. Black episode for our YouTube channel. So yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So if you're joining us for the first time, what we do here is we like to read stories off the internet and discuss those stories about bartenders' lives, and just discuss who's the asshole, could the story been handled differently, and just have some fun. And then we rate the story 1 through 5, 1 being an average story, 5 being a complex or a very unique situation.
Right.
We've had a 4.5. We haven't had a 5 yet. So
yes, if you have 5, submit them, please.
Right. If you think it's a 5, right.
If you have any stories, submit them, please. But especially the wild ones.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. So And you can do that on our subreddit page. Do you want to start a tab? You can find a link for that in the description of whatever podcast platform you are on or the YouTube channels. Riley, do you have a story for us today?
I do have a story. You're
welcome.
I do have a story, one to start us out. And I got to tell you, just from the title alone, the story's going to get a 1. Because it's so common.
But I mean that's bartender life, right? Like it's just like you can probably relate. You know, like a lot of the stories, like this is the same story, just a different color painted on the page. You know? Yeah,
but it's entertaining just the same.
Good.
So it's called "Are You Hitting on My Husband?" Remember, I'm the one who tips you. Posted by Icy ad 1767 22 days ago on the Bartender Story subreddit.
Okay.
So I'm bartending, obviously, and there's the older dudes, all from different groups, and I jokingly go, I guess it's only good looking guys in here, huh? Ha ha ha. As if I'm just trying to crack a joke and be nice. This weasel of a human being goes and tells his wife I was hitting on him or some shit. Mind you, she's the last tab of doing a long ass night. Comes storming up to me. Excuse me, did you hit on my husband? I reply, laughing at first. I thought it was a joke. I don't even remember who your husband is. I froze out of bewilderment and exhaustion. She goes, just remember, I'm the one who tips you. LMAO, I literally just walk away. My barback stepped in and goes, I was with her all night and she never did anything inappropriate. I don't know what your husband is saying to you. LMAO, what the fuck? Then I looked at the receipts and she had previously already left under 20% before the awkward rebuttals. Keep your $5, Karen. Sorry you're paying for his tabs. You should have picked a better dude. Not my problem.
Yeah, that's... I've never been accused of like, like, oh my God, you're hitting on my wife. Stop it. I've never been done that before because sometimes I'll do it right in front of people. Like, cause I mean, not direct. That's not even hitting on. That's just saying a joke. I say jokes like that.
Yeah, I guess it's only good looking guys in here today, huh? Yeah, that's shit you say to get more money. But I mean,
that's what I call in the business the cheers welcome, where like everyone screams Norm. Like it's just like something you just say to make people feel at home.
Right.
Or like when that woman says, oh, it's my birthday. And then I always go, oh, how is your 21st or 24th birthday today? I don't say 21st anymore. I say 24th. And they just all give me like, oh, aren't you sweet?
Gosh, you're such a hoe at the bar.
Right? God, hitting on everybody.
Well, I don't have tits or I'm not good looking, so I have to try hard.
I mean,
somehow.
My tits aren't even that big, but I got accused of this shit every fucking day when I was a server.
Really?
Yeah, because I'm nice to you and making eye contact with you.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Do you want me to tell you the specials? Your wife is glaring at me from the minute I walked up to the bar, so I'm going to talk to you because at least you're kind of smiling.
It's like, do you really think I'm trying to take, like, okay, I'm going to assume she's in her mid to late 20s, right? There's no right. I'm just assuming mid 20s.
Sure. The bartender?
The bartender.
Yeah.
And these people are probably in their 50s.
Right.
Right. It's like, do you really think this bitch is trying to take your husband out of the bar with her? Like, come on.
Right.
What has your husband done to you? Not like physically, but like maybe, but like, has he cheated on you? Are you so self insecure about
Why
your
do
marriage?
you feel like you need to piss on the floor to mark your territory right now?
Yeah.
What?
Well, that's why a little devil's advocate. I think the asshole is the husband, because the husband probably went up and went like, "Oh yeah, that beautiful girl. She looked me in the eyes. She told me how handsome I was." Like did this tale. Like the next Beowulf was told to his wife.
Right.
Yeah, that's actually a great point.
That is a good point.
Because like, why does he have to go and flaunt it? Right? Like, go to his buddies. Yeah, man.
But you do that shit every day. I had 5 women at the bar tonight that I could have taken home if I wanted to.
Well, I know that you're not going to go up to them because you're either going to ask, can I join? Or, but yeah, I mean, I guess it's different, right? Like it shouldn't be different, but it is different when it's a male bartender and a female bartender.
How toxic is your relationship to start with to make you feel like you have to mark your territory that way?
Right.
But also,
I feel like he went up and started singing "Summer Lovin'." So fast.
Oh my gosh.
The other four guys were having a blast.
Yeah, man. I love your viewpoint on who's the asshole in this.
I agree.
Because like, why is he going back? I mean, maybe his wife doesn't tell him that he's hot enough, you know, like you're not handsome enough, you know? And so he's just like glad someone said he was good looking. And he's just like,
I think they're a pair of assholes, to be honest with you. I don't think we can distinguish between the two. I do think he's an asshole because there's something he has done to make her feel insecure in that relationship to the point where she has to verbally attack a bartender.
Mm-hmm.
However, you shouldn't verbally attack people for doing their job. Everybody knows that in bartending, there is a fine line between flirting and trying to, you know, engage with your customers.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes that line is fuzzy because of the industry.
You're right. Are you married, Gnome, or girlfriend?
Yes.
Married. Okay.
I'm married.
Do you wear your wedding ring while you're at work?
Yes,
okay.
I do.
Okay.
I wear my wedding ring.
So, and that's, I'm just asking because I don't actually own a wedding ring. But we have this saying, AAA, always appear available, right? You know, like I want to appear available for anyone, man, woman, non-identified, whatever. Like I'm available for you in any capacity that you think you might need me for.
Yeah,
that's
to a line.
Yeah, my bar manager and his girlfriend have that where she goes, as long as you can buy me a nice dinner, you can flirt as much as you want.
Yeah.
Right.
You got 3 feet of bar between you and the person you're flirting with. I don't really care at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But no, I wear my ring because I mostly just forget it's on.
You're right. No, I get that. Yeah. I personally just don't like things on my fingers. So it's just like, So when we first got married, before we got married, we talked about it and then you were cool with it.
And I wear a ring to get people to leave me alone.
But you didn't change your last name.
Nope, sure didn't. That's a lot of paperwork. So much.
Oh my gosh, so much paperwork.
And then she's like, and when we get a divorce, it's even more paperwork.
Right. Because if we were to get a divorce, I'd have to go back to all of those places, trudge, get copies of my certificates. Well, and then you have to pay $10 for every certificate, like your marriage certificate or your divorce certificate for every copy. And like the Social Security Administration needs their own copy. The driver's license station needs their own copy. Your insurance needs their own copy. That's like, it's going to be like $50 and then you have to pay for all the new cards and stuff. Not doing it.
Yep. So, yeah, well, that's a really big side tangent we just went on this story. But so the assholes, we are agreeing, are the husband and the wife on this story?
The couple is a bunch of assholes. They have a toxic relationship that doesn't allow them to have fun.
Right.
Yeah, because you got to start a lawnmower by pulling the string. You know, that's
right.
All right, but you are right. This is kind of an average story. Nothing, you know. It always makes me fun too. Like when the people who tell you that they're going to take care of you or that they're the ones, you know, I'm tipping you this. They're always the cheap bastards. No matter what you do, you could give them the best like experience in the world, hands down. They even tell you, and then it's like 15%.
If she was bitchy enough to me, and if I was able to think quickly about it, because she said she was tired, so I might not have been able to rocket it off.
Mm-hmm.
But if I had thought about it, I'd have been like, "What'd you tip me? You can have it back. Can I flirt with your husband then?"
Yeah.
How much will it cost to flirt with your husband? I got a 20 here.
Can I just pay you and then we can take this transactional relationship away?
Here,
and I'll flirt with your husband just to piss you off.
You can have another Moscato on the house.
Right.
Yeah, I'm at the age right now where I'm like, $5, I will lose that money if I don't have to speak to you. I can't.
Right.
I will be okay.
Or on the flip side, I just said, well, then can I flirt with you?
Right.
And just to see her head explode. Like either way, my job at that point would have been to make her head explode.
Yeah, I'm not into guys.
I believe in an asshole tax. I call them Schrodinger's customers, where I hate them and love them.
Right.
I had one lady at an open bar yell at me to make a drink better, but she tipped me over $20 at an open bar, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll take that yelling for a free $20 bill.
Right.
Uncle Sam doesn't know about.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. So
not $5.
No, not $5.
Well, there's got to be a good insult to compensation ratio.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
So we need to start working on that graph, right? Like, you know, and like
okay. How much could I be degraded for X amount of dollars? Where's the balance?
I'll do a lot for 500. Let's just put it that way. Okay.
Yes.
That's my mortgage. If I can take care of my mortgage in one little transaction with a person,
right,
I'll do a little bit of this,
right,
a little bit of that, right?
You can yell at me all you want for $500.
I think there's a profession in that.
Right. It's called OnlyFans.
It's called being married to Carl, but
and you're the lucky one. Out of all the billions of people in this world,
all of the customers you flirt with would be thrilled to have my job.
They would. After one day, they retire. All right. So, yeah, I give the story a 1.
I'm giving it a 1, but it's a fun story anyway.
Yeah. One's all around. Like I said, sometimes, you know, I'm not going to say that because you're just going to yell at me. But yeah, sometimes you just need a 1, you know, because it's fun.
Cleanser.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's fun because like, it's just, because it's fun ragging on those fuckers. Because it happens all the time. It's like, oh.
This is a teaching moment. Mm-hmm. If you have been this person, don't be that person.
Ooh, that's what we should. Okay, so like tier, So I was kind of, If you only tip 15%, you're not allowed to talk down to me at all. If you tip 20%, I could take a little bit of root. But if like 25%,
right. If you tipped me 20%, I would have accepted this without bitching. But you tipped me $5 on probably 3 drinks, 4 drinks.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Like, what kind of bar was it for $5? I would have been like, no.
Do you want it back?
Like, you can have $5. I would have told her, y'all are not pretty enough to be $5.
That's funny.
I will call your husband daddy if he trips 25%.
All right, that's the first spit take on this podcast so far.
I will call your husband daddy. I love that. Can we get merch that says that?
I'll call your husband daddy.
I'll call your husband daddy if you tip 25%.
That's how all shirts are just gonna have like long sayings on them, right? Like you have to read it for like 10 minutes. Like, wait, what did this shirt say? Like, oh, okay. She's writing this down right now so we don't forget.
Great. Y'all getting saucy 8 a.m. now.
Love it.
We might have to do all our podcasts at 8 o'clock in the morning.
You must work 15 hours and then come on the show and be delusional.
That was a good one.
Good story to start off with. Again, if you want to submit your story, do you want to start a tab on our subreddit? We have all the socials, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, YouTube, whatever. We have it all. And you can DM us your story if you want.
Yep.
Email us. Do you want to start a tab at Gmail? I know it's a super long name to type out, but you can spell. Barely.
I mean, all of the words are 4 letters or less.
Right. And it's something we all say at some point or have some.
Right.
I've said something similar to that. But I'm rambling. We'll let our guest, Mr. Gnome, what are you going to bring the heat today with your story?
Let's first tell us a little bit, just a little bit about yourself. Tell us where you work, how long you've been bartending, and what you're drinking.
So my name's Gnomes. I work at a rum distillery that also has a rum bar. I'm the distiller there / bartender / in charge of the menu.
Nice.
It's pretty fun. I've been bartending for only 2 years now.
Oh, wow.
At this cocktail bar. But I've been in customer service all my life. So but yeah, and we make a lot of rum cocktails. We're right next to the parade routes. So we get all sorts of people that come in. And my story today actually happened last Mardi Gras. One of the drinks was a painkiller. And this guy walked in with his girlfriend and comes up to the bar and says, "Hey, what's a painkiller like?" And I'm making a bunch of drinks. I said, "Well, do you like cream?" And he goes, "What?" I said, "Do you like cream?" And he goes, "What did you just ask me?" I said, "Cream. Do you like cream?" And he said, "You don't ask a dude that. Do you like cream? What is your problem?" And his girlfriend ordered a drink and they went to the other side of the bar. So I think this guy's joking. Like, who flips out about cream?
Right.
But he asked the other bartender if he could tip him and not tip me.
I mean, that's a valid question. Like if you don't like dairy products in your drinks, like
you're not gonna like a painkiller.
Right.
Yeah. So one, I was a little mad that he over exaggerated. Two, I'm like, wow, you're really homophobic.
Right. That is fragile masculinity at its finest.
Third of all, super stereotypical of New Orleanians.
So Iowans and New Orleanians are not that much different.
No. I mean, we're very laissez-faire, like we're cool with whatever, you know. But yeah, I was kind of blown away. It wasn't like mad. I was just like, are you seriously upset and got homophobic over a guy asking you cream when on the menu it says coconut cream.
Right.
I asked you about an ingredient and you got mad.
Right. It's not like, okay, have you seen Zach and Mira make a porno?
Yeah.
So it's not cream. It's not like you did that to him. Now that might be like, what the fuck did he just tell me? I mean, I would have gave you an A+ slap on the back and $100 tip if that's how you responded to that question.
After the second time he said, "What'd you say to me?" I probably would have gone into the Zach and Miri quote.
Right. But
I would have gone to. I would have said, "Wait a minute." And then I'd have gone to the back, grabbed a case of milk, and reenacted the scene.
Well, my coworker yelled out because I was saying it kind of loud because F this guy.
Right.
So I was telling the story loud, and my coworker goes, "Sir, this is a distillery, not a brothel."
Oh, wow, you got two in one take. Two.
I need to know not to drink while he's talking.
Right. So he literally, your coworker said that while you said that. That's awesome. God, that's awesome.
Oh God.
So then they just got the one drink and left.
Yeah, they got the one drink because he thought I was hitting on him and was just like, "Hey, do you want to like a handy in the back?"
Did you read? Do you know how to read? Did you read the menu? Because it says cream on there. Like, I'm asking if you like that ingredient, and if you like that ingredient, you're going to like this cocktail. I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory. You just got so offended because you are homophobic and your masculinity is so fragile that you're going to shatter if somebody even assumes you might possibly, potentially, maybe like dudes.
Like I could like, you know, if he's busy and it's loud in there, like I can understand the wait. What did you say like the first time? Because maybe I didn't hear you say it, but
right.
Like, that's why I was like, "Do you like cream?" Like,
God, man, yeah, that's awesome.
I feel like there should be a wall of shame for every man who gets offended by like something like that. So whether it's like being mad about asking if they like cream, or they're mad that they got served a cocktail in a Nick and Nora, and this is a bitch drink. There should be a wall of shame. There should be a wall of shame.
Yeah. Oh my God, yeah.
It's pink. I don't want a pink drink.
And on the other side,
delicious.
And on the other side of that wall will be the woman's wall of shame for when they think you're hitting on their husband and you would take them home. Yeah. Dude, that's what we should create a ball called the wall of shame or something.
Just have a wall.
Every wall has a different shame.
We have a Polaroid camera so like on the bottom, you take a picture of them and then write why they deserve to be on the wall of shame, and then you tack it up.
Yeah.
You should do that.
Like the shoplifter wall.
Right.
Tipped $0. Wall of shame.
So you passed the test.
Didn't like their shirt.
Thought I was hitting on her husband.
They tipped only 18.5%. Cheap bastards.
Wants me to add something extra in the drink.
They told me to make it old fashioned.
Once a Wisconsin old fashioned, but asked for an old fashioned, then got mad.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So you probably, I mean, you're at a rum distillery. I mean, do you guys, do you make brandy old fashions down there? Do you even does it even come, or do you only do like rum cocktails?
We only can do rum cocktails because even though we look like a bar, we're technically a tasting room.
Right.
So we do rum old fashions, which is always a fun conversation.
Sure.
With people. No, but the big thing is daiquiris. Is people like, I had a bachelor party come in and they're like, "Hey, I want 5 daiquiris," and I was like, "Oh, the traditional, yes." And they're like, yes, that's what we want. Of course we want the traditional. So I shake up the drinks, I pour 5 out, and I hand it to them, and they go, well, when are you going to freeze it? And I said, I'm not a Batman villain. I can just freeze things.
Where's your blender?
This isn't Applebee's, mother.
Yeah, they watched me make it. Like I did the John Tafford smile while I shake at them. Like we made eye contact. What did they think we were gonna breathe? They were jerks.
They were jerks.
Not for that, but later in the night.
Right. Well, yeah, that was just the start to a bad day.
Yeah.
Bastards.
I love that. Oh, you want the traditional? Yeah, I want the traditional. Well, this isn't what I wanted. I asked you. If you don't know, then don't be mad at me.
Mm-hmm.
And it was, of course, I want the traditional. Like, why are you asking me this dumb question?
Right.
They saw a YouTube video one time.
Right.
Well, congratulations, Gnome. You passed the test. You are not the asshole of this story that you gave us today. Even though we could probably figure out a way that you were the asshole for not phrasing it in a different way.
Put coconut. It's not just creamy.
No.
It's like the South Park. Like, do you like fish sticks? Do you like them in your mouth?
Ooh, you know what? Oh, maybe he just watched, what's that movie with those friends that used to like go out in the middle of the woods and play bro games, and they didn't do it for like 5 years. Has Nick Swartzen in it and Josh Hamill. We watched it. And so anyway,
Without a paddle?
No. Anyways, there's this movie that we watched, and these guys go out in the middle of the woods and do like these bro games to see who's the best bro. And anyways, this guy gets him back, and he makes them all pina coladas, but some guy like
is allergic to coconut?
No, he jerked off and put it all in the pina coladas, and they're like, oh, this is like the creamiest pina colada that I've had. And then he tells them that he just jerked off in all of them and whatever like that. So yeah,
mystery solved.
So maybe he had just saw that movie and was like, look up Nick Swartzen movies. But so yeah, I don't know, maybe so, but yeah, it's anyways, on a scale of 1 to 5, what do you give your own story?
I would say a 3.5 because it didn't escalate, but it was funny and unique.
Right.
Like there wasn't an escalation to it. He just didn't want to talk to me because he thought I was gay.
Dick.
But yeah, but it's interesting enough to be like, wow, when you're a shitty person, you do look like an asshole.
That's like karma coming back around. Like you're a shitty person and everybody knows it now. You can't hide.
I mean, it's funny that they at least have another bartender that can go to someone else and talk to that person, right? Like the bar I work at, it's only me. They have to deal with me if they want to keep having drinks and stuff like that. But let's see. I will give it a 2.2. No, I'll do a 2.5. His overreaction for it, and then going to the other bartender and complaining.
Yeah, I'm gonna split the difference and go 3, because it's not often that you get that big of a reaction, but men who are that fragile are common.
Yeah.
So like the aggressive overreaction is what seals the 3 for me.
Yep. So the name of the movie that I was referencing is called Buddy Games. It's got Kevin Dillon, Josh Duhamel, Dax Shepard, Nick Swartzen, and then it's a stupid movie. It's not that great, but like
but it's pretty funny.
It's funny.
It was worth the hungover morning to watch.
Right, exactly. So I think we even mention? Yeah, I did mention that you do have a YouTube channel. It's called Gnome's Tavern. Well, I was going to say plug it. Well, I just did for you. Would you have it? What's the name of the distillery they work at? Because I mean, obviously, you're definitely going to be the first guest that has somewhere where people actually go. People go to New Orleans all the time, right? So
yeah. The distillery is called Happy Raptor Distillery, and I actually have. So here's our Banana Foster one.
Okay.
Oh my god, I want that.
Yeah. So Head Raptor Distillery, we are a rum infusion. So we make a bunch of rums and we throw wild stuff in it and make cool products. But yeah,
I'm here for that.
We're right on the parade route, and we're not directly in the city of New Orleans. So if you need a break from the city,
right,
just don't want to be in New Orleans, we're a great spot.
Cool.
Nice.
Awesome. You guys open, what are your hours usually?
We're usually 12 to 7, Monday through Saturday, Sunday. But on the weekends we stay open a little bit later.
Cool. So you are open 7 days a week.
7 days a week.
I guess in New Orleans you kind of have to, right? Because like people just kind of like to get fucked up whenever. So
it's like the city that never sleeps, but it's the city that's never sober.
Right.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to plug and have people go check out?
Yeah, just check me out on Instagram and on YouTube. We are writing a book, a Malort book. Hopefully we'll be out in December. So we'll keep you posted on that. So just follow the Instagram and you'll get all the quotes.
Nice. Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us. And just remember, everyone, don't be a dick, tip your bartenders, and drink responsibly.